Am I supposed to open, or do you guys have questions? Or
Some preference. If you want to open with this
yeah.
statement, that's fine.
Sure.
Or we can just start firing questions up.
Yeah.
Totally up to you how you want to do this.
You might have heard this yesterday, Matt, but I will say this, that I'm super excited about our team this year and basically where we're at. Just we've been working really hard over the last 3 weeks, and from what we're seeing on the ice, super impressed. I will say that every single day our girls are coming to the rink, great attitudes, they want to compete, they have tons of energy, their attention to detail has been excellent. And there's little things about our system play that I feel are, you know, way sharper right now than they have been before in the past. You know, we've always kind of had to work on it to get it really sharp, and our leadership has done an excellent job in helping a lot of our newcomers just, you know, come along with everything and get right up to speed with how we want to play and who we want to be as Bulldogs. So they've done a really good job with that. I think we have a really good mix of veteran players, players who have been a part of our program that understand our culture, again, how we want to be as Bulldogs, our systems, all of that stuff, and then a good mix of new players, our first-year players who have a ton of talent, which is really nice, as well as our transfers who bring experience, NCAA experience, and WCHA playing experience. So I'm really happy with the profile of our team and where we're at, and we're super excited about heading into this weekend.
Okay, bear with me for this line of questioning. At first it may not make sense.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll get there. Hopefully this makes sense in my head, and everyone can make fun of me when it doesn't. You swam in Lake Superior, right?
Sure.
So when you go into Lake Superior,
It's freezing.
So
Doesn't matter when.
Are you one that wades into the lake or likes to dive?
Ooh, I wade.
You wade
Yeah, but you wouldn't think that of me. You would think that I would just jump right in. Yeah.
All right, so Lake Superior, like to wade in.
So
Hockey season.
jump.
More of a
I
wade in
I
or
dive
You guys
in.
are doing this.
I dive in. Yeah, we have covered so much over the last 3 weeks, you know, so hopefully I didn't overwhelm them, you know, but from what I'm seeing on the ice, and again, their attention to detail has been exceptional. So really, really happy with that. I think today we're going over penalty kill, so little last aspect of our specialty teams to implement, and then I feel really confident that we'll be ready to go this weekend.
Does it help in any way? Like we could say, I say dive in because it's
Yeah.
Ohio State defending national champions.
Yep.
Number one. But does it kind of help week one to have an opponent
Yeah.
in that locker room are familiar with, as opposed to maybe a non-conference foe that you guys haven't played in, you know,
Yeah.
10 years or never played before?
There's benefits of both, right? So, but obviously playing Ohio, I've said this before, like right off the top, playing defending national champions, and pressure is power, right? So there's no time to second guess. It's just like, here it is, let's go. And everybody, you know, as long as everybody's coming to the rink, and again, their focus, their attention to detail is there, you can get a lot done. So I feel like the girls have really done that. There's no, like, you know, again, wading through the water. They have dove in completely, and they're ready to go. Yeah.
What's your plan in goal? If you will,
Ooh, secret, top secret.
top secret, that's-
Yes, yes, yeah,
and
yeah.
But
We always make that decision the night before, and it's, you know, usually based on how the week of practice is going for both of them. Both of them look extremely strong, and so it's awesome that we have competition there in the net. Ev, obviously, outstanding job last year. Tinder comes in with a ton of experience as well, and international experience like Ev, too. So similar that way. They're both extremely fit. They're both fast and have been showing really, really well on the ice. So really, really happy with where our goaltenders are at.
so it'd be wrong for anyone to assume that Ev's the clear number one, and then it's going to be her night for day in and day out.
Yeah, well, I think because we're blessed with the goaltending that we have, you know, I think it'll be game day decisions as we go forward.
Maura had kind of mentioned, of course, she was
Yep.
citing her Boston Bruins, that, you know, their goaltending.
Duel.
The-
Yeah,
the-
yeah.
Their goaltending tandem there. What's your philosophy on goaltending?
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
Would you like to, do you feel comfortable riding one, or are you going with
Yeah.
this trend?
You know, and I'll go back to two amazing goaltenders, Kim Martin and Jenny Harsh, and it was like, Jenny Harsh had Minnesota's number and Kim Martin had Wisconsin's number. So, you never know how things are going to play out. Obviously, last year for us, it was one had the first game and the other had the other game, and that was, true all season long. So we'll just see how it kind of plays out this year.
Coach, you talked a lot about yesterday in the presser as well, the profile of this team, how
Yeah.
you have been. Are you impressed to a way that you think, man, I didn't think at this point, before the season's even officially started, that we would be here?
Yeah, I was so excited about the talent that we were bringing in, and then always it's a question of whether or not our new players going to mesh in terms of the chemistry, and our culture and who we want to be. And it seems like our new players have just melded seamlessly into our culture. But I'm going to give credit to our leadership group and what they have done since the beginning of, as soon as we knew, who was joining our program, right away our leadership group was on the phone calling them, making them feel welcomed. They had Zoom calls all the way through the summer. They read a book together. And so they have done such an outstanding job. So again, all the credit goes to them. And like I said, it seems like everybody has just melded so easily.
Do you feel that personally, that you've acclimated, that you've melded into this role? I know you might
Yeah.
on Christmas Day when you play your first game day on this weekend.
Yeah, there's always going to be cobwebs there as far as, getting out jitters and things like that, and just melding as a group on the bench for us as a staff, because we haven't coached together. But I really have liked so far our chemistry on the ice. I have two exceptional women who are great leaders, and I have already give them the reins of, taking responsibility of certain aspects of our game, and wow, they have slam dunked it. So I have been so impressed with them. I feel so lucky to have the staff that we have too. Yeah.
How have you guys been preparing for such a rivalry at this point, for more reasons than one? You don't have to go into obvious details as to why that is, but what has looked different about this week of preparation compared to maybe others, especially this early on?
I think the attention to detail, and so every time we do a drill, there are always aspects of something that we covered previously that are really important in a new drill. And I've really tried to challenge them with new drills this year. So although our systems and the details are the same, they have to be able to put everything together. And I feel like they have done such a good job with that. Their focus is like laser sharp, and their energy has been so great. And when there's questions, they're coming into the office, we're having sit downs, we're talking. And so I'm not surprised with just how focused they have been. It's been wonderful. Yeah.
Clara mentioned kind of the knowledge and experience all the transfers have been bringing in. What's some of
Yeah.
the things you've seen from that squad so far?
I think just the confidence on the ice with them. Olivia Mobley, wow. I mean, this kid's got eyes in the back of her head. And in some of our small area games, I'm just like, did you guys see the pass she just made? So I'm so excited about her. Nina Steigoff, we have her in a power play position right now as a net front. That kid will, she's not afraid at all to go to the tough areas of the ice. She's getting like our D are in there just jamming at her, and she's taking punches kind of left, right, and center. And but that's experienced players, and that's what experience brings to your program. People that aren't afraid to go to those tough areas of the ice. Sometimes as a first-year player, you have to learn that. And with them, they know that's the expectation. That's what you have to do if you want to score goals and be good. So just been really happy with our transfers that have come into our program.
I was just curious, the Saturday-Sunday series.
Yeah.
Was there a strategy? You got a couple of them this year.
I don't really know 100% the reasoning behind that. I think it was football games and things like that, and staffing over at Ohio State. And obviously our first of the year. We can't start until this September 21st, so it is the first Saturday. Actually, that's really the reason. Cut all that before. Sorry.
Some of the icebreaker in there.
Yes, yes.
This, like,
Yeah, exactly. So we were scheduled to play them later on in October, and then Ohio State was named host for the icebreaker tournament, so they had to move our game, and this was the only viable option. So.
How are you personally feeling heading into your first game as head coach? I know you've had stops prior. Is it comparable to those, or is there kind of?
Oh, for sure.
Feeling heading into?
Yeah, it feels natural. It feels comfortable. You know, like I said, I think whether you're an assistant, an associate, or a head, anytime you come into the first game of the season, there's always going to be cobwebs that you have to get out. You know, and similarly with your players, right? But that's to be expected, and it's like how fast can you quickly clear them away? You know, which is what's really important. So. Awesome. Okay, thank you guys.
ready, Dylan? Nina, you swam in Lake Superior, right?
Correct.
Okay. Are you one that likes to dive in, or are you wade in?
Run in, I would say. Yeah, I'm not a diver. I don't have a good technique for
Dive
it.
in, but you run in, you don't wade into the water.
Depends on the day, honestly. The temperatures like fluctuate so much. If it's cold, you just gotta run in. If it's nice, you can kind of wade in, I would say. Yeah.
How does that compare to your approach to a hockey season? You like diving, like this weekend, you guys are, it seems like are running into the season, taking on the Buckeyes
Yeah.
right away. Maybe previous years where, I don't think it's happened for a career, of having an exhibition or playing a non-conference series.
Yeah.
Cool with WCHA play?
Yeah.
Way to start?
I mean, it's familiar to me, right? My 5th year. But I don't think you ever have any opportunity to wade into something when it's your first game of the season. I think regardless of whoever you're playing, you're diving into that, right? Like, it's your first time together as a team, as a staff group sometimes. But everything's, like, new, so you may as well just dive into it head on. And I think that's the beauty of a first game is you don't really have any expectation. You have your standards that you're going to meet and things that you've been training and working on. But I think our group is so prepared, and I think that's ultimately what we're going to fall back on when we head into Ohio this weekend.
What are the feelings and emotions like going back to the lovely OSU ice rink after ending last season?
Yeah, I think the answer really is just excitement. I think obviously you have months and months to process kind of what went on there and understand that that's never going to happen again. And there was a lot of reflection, I think, that went on for myself personally and just our entire group. But at this point in time, it's been 6 months. I don't think there's anything else left to look back on, and we're just all guns a-blazing. We're ready to go this weekend, and we're all just super excited.
What's been like working with the new players that have come in, whether it's freshmen or transfers?
They're all great. I mean, like I mentioned, you have standards that you're hoping everybody will meet and that everybody surpassed this year. And I think that's been amazing because as freshmen, there's a lot of unknowns, right? There's the physicality piece, there's the aspect of how fast the game moves, but I think all of our freshmen came on and are just so ready to go. And then with that, obviously our transfers too, they bring so much experience, leadership, and talent to our group that I think ultimately we're just gonna be a really good package this year.
Do you feel like this new group, whether it's incomers as freshmen or incomers as transfers, are ahead than any other new group that you've had and now you're 5 years in?
100%, yeah. I 100% believe that.
What do you think that is?
I think they all just came in with a lot of confidence, and I think that's honestly half of your battle as a freshman is just coming in and having your feet under you and being confident in who you are as a person, who you are as a player, and what you're bringing to this team, and I think all 4 of them have done an amazing job of that.
Do you feel like you're already in that like mid-season group with just how ahead you even feel like with where this group is at?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, they're all super smart hockey players too, so that always helps because there's always a step up from high school to college, but they all understand the game really well, and yeah, it's just super exciting and super refreshing that they don't even have to spend time on the basic things. They're ready to go, and our team is a couple steps ahead of where we thought we'd be at this point.
How helpful is it to have someone like Coach Schuler take over the program who knows, the Bulldog culture so well?
Yeah, her identity and who she is as a person and what she brings to our staff is amazing. She is such a smart coach. She's been through it all, experienced it at every single level, and I think that brings us so much reassurance knowing the systems she brings are like a national and an elite team level, and we've been playing those obviously for the past couple of years, but that familiarity piece is also really awesome, and then just who she is as a person. She brings so much energy to our group and so much life alongside our 2 new assistant coaches. I think we just have a super exciting coaching staff going forward, and it's awesome to be a part of.
What are some of the best things the transfer group has brought into your guys' team here?
Yeah, I would say they're all just really steady people. That obviously brings your team together in tough moments, and I think going forward they're going to be huge for us in big games like this weekend or any game really. The WCHA is competitive, but having steady people and steady players is always a big piece to rolling through and getting the job done.
You've seen Ohio State plenty of times before. What is it going to take to kind of start off the year with a couple statement wins there?
Just keep moving forward. Just keep stepping in the direction that we're going. I think we're already on a great track, but just playing our game and focusing on ourselves. It doesn't matter who we're playing against. We want to be that fearless team every single weekend, and that's just kind of our mentality moving on. Like, we're going into Barnes, and yeah, we're coming out with wins.
It's like being a captain with somebody you've gotten so close to like Lara.
It's awesome. I think our leadership styles complement each other really well, and we also just know what each other's thinking before we even say anything. So it's awesome being on the same page with someone like that and just bringing different aspects to our leadership group, but also similar things. It honestly means a lot getting to lead alongside her. She's one of the best people in my life, so I'm really grateful for the opportunity.
Nina, what's it been like with Shu as the head coach? I do feel like any other program would have a head coaching change, and it took 5 questions till Alicia finally asked about it. Does it feel different, the same with her instead of Maura?
It feels really natural. I think having her in the program before helps so much, because when you have a head coach that walks in from another program or different experience, you're left asking some questions and kind of on your heels a little bit. But having Coach Shu just walk in and be such a dominant force, even as my sophomore year, I think she's just added so much to our program, and she has so much experience in terms of history and winning national championships, and she knows what it takes. So you're able to just put full faith in everything she's doing, and I think that's just a big piece going forward, is having that belief. And we all trust her and trust each other and know what we have in this group. So yeah, we're excited.
Rick was an assistant your freshman year?
Yeah.
Okay. What's it like for you and Clara getting to work with her again?
Yeah, it's kind of a full circle moment. I think it's funny for her to see us in such a different role than when we were as freshmen, but she's just such a skilled player and coach now, obviously. But I, again, similar to the transfers, love the steady, calming factor that she brings to our group, and I'm really looking forward to working with her more, because she has such a great hockey mind and is such an experienced person and so emotionally intelligent that it's great having her on our staff.
Cool.
Thank you.
Start with you. What brought you to UMD here, and what's it been like joining the Bulldogs?
Well, obviously, it was a great opportunity for me to come here. I mean, UMD is in probably the best women's college hockey league. And I just wanted to, I feel like my development had stayed a little bit, so I just wanted to feel like I kept getting better and being in a competitive environment, and I felt like UMD gave me that.
Some goaltenders would look at UMD and go, Ev's here, I don't want to transfer there because I'm going to have to compete with her. Why did you still want to come here to compete with her? Was it someone you thought that could help push you and everything like that? Or?
Yes, I think that being two goalies, like helping each other, because I've been in the position of being the starter goalie too, and there's a lot of pros to it, but there's also some cons, like competition in practice, like getting some relief if you ever need it. And I just think being two goalies, like, yes, I'm not going to see as many games as I maybe did at my old school, but I think I'm going to develop way more just because, like, we're going to compete in practice, make decisions hard for coaches, so, yeah.
Do you have a preference? Are you one of those goalies that likes to start night in and night out, or do you prefer the tandem? It kind of seems like in hockey there's kind of this trend now, whether it's college or pros, teams going to tandem goaltenders and not just riding one player through the entire season.
Yeah, I mean, when I played in Sweden, we would always, like, rotate, do, like, every other game or so. Obviously, it depends on, like, it's not always like that. But I think it helps because, especially when you play back-to-back games, it's very mentally challenging to be a goalie, too, so you can get tired in that aspect. But obviously, like, you do want to play games, but I also see, like, the benefits of sharing, of course. Yeah.
What stands out to you about so far in goal?
Well, she's really funny, and no, she makes like the craziest saves in practice. She really inspires me in the sense where she like never gives up on pucks. She makes like she can be like completely out of position in a 3-on-0 drill where you would just like let the rebound go in, but she like never does that, and that's something I really look up to and try and learn from.
What stands out to you about her?
I think her maturity, and she's really calm in her net, and she's always in good position. And like she said that I'm making like great saves, but I think that if I'm more like square as she is, like maybe I wouldn't have to make those saves. But so yeah, I'm trying to take notes from how she plays too.
I've heard goalies say that before. If it's a crazy highlight reel save, that probably means they were out of position or something like that. Have you two like crossed paths at all in international competition?
No,
No,
I
I don't
don't
think so.
No.
I didn't think so, but I thought I'd check. What was your reaction? Haley goes in the transfer portal, heads to Ohio State. What was your reaction when Tindra was the one that they brought in? Because it kind of seemed like maybe for a moment that it was going to be, it was going to be you. You were going to be the goalie the team rides for an entire season.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard a lot of good things about Tindra, and I was just so excited to see her. And I think it's good to have like two goalies that can play. I think it's better for the long run too as a team in the playoffs. Like you have all your energy, and having this competition like only brings the best for the team as the two goalies like want to play their best game for the team. And I was really excited for Tindra to come here.
It's funny.
How much did that benefit you last year, having Haley to go up against?
I think just the competition and just like seeing Haley in the gym taught me a lot, and just having this competition is just so good for goalies, and it brought me a lot of success of just pushing myself hard every practice, every game. So yeah, that's what you're looking forward to as a goalie, to just be the best player you can be, and also the best teammate too. Like having good relationship with your goalie partner is really important, and I think that's what I had with Haley and with Tindra this year.
Have you thought at all about you and her possibly going head-to-head in Columbus this weekend?
Yeah, of course. But she's still my good friend, and I wish her the best with Ohio State. But of course, I want to beat her. That's just like how we were. But yeah, I think if we play against each other, it's going to be a really good game.
Wishing her the best, but not this weekend.
Yeah, not this weekend. Sorry, Haley.
For both of you, kind of two parts. One, what was the feeling? What do you remember about the feeling of putting on that national team jersey for the first time? And two, how much better a goalie are you because of your international experience?
I can start. My first time was like 2 years ago, something like that, for the senior national team. And we have this thing in our jersey in the back saying like "wear it with pride," and that's kind of what I felt like it. In the past, like sometimes like I've been like close to making the team, but I like in some way it always like seemed kind of distant too. But then when I was in there, it just felt so natural. Like all the girls really took care of me. We had a couple debutants at the time, and it was just, I don't know, cool experience, but it's still just hockey, you know? So I was trying to play my own game, like what brought me to make the team, but obviously I was a little nervous too. And I think just being in an international competition really gives you like a lot of experience. All the, like, our staff is great, just like here, so like you learn a lot from them, and just playing with older, more experienced players, they have a lot of knowledge to hand down to you. And just for me too, in Worlds, I've been like the third goalie for 2 Worlds now, so I learned a lot about team dynamics and how I best can support a team even if I'm not playing, I think that's going to help me in my career too, just knowing that stuff.
Yeah, I agree with that, and I think just like having this experience of like a high level of competition and just having like world championship. I didn't have like another one after the U18 because of COVID, but just like having this experience and just like being able to bring it to college and to show like the younger girls to like how this culture is here, and to try to bring this international maturity in the team too.
Kevin, what's stood out to you about Caitlin Kramer, both what you see in your practice in Duluth and then you go for with the national team there?
She's awesome. She's such a good person and a good player, and I think it fits like right in her in our school and our team. Like on the ice, she's just like physical. She's fast. She has a good shot. I think she's gonna have a big impact on her team this season. And yeah, she's just awesome for her team, and she's always smiling, always happy to be here. So I'm really excited to see what she's gonna do this year.
Thank you.
Thank you.